I threw away my whole fucking case.
Like this one.
I'll be the judge of that now, won't I? All right, let's see who was first in the room this time. Rachel, Les is back. Juan's here. The old one might not. Am I started? No. Let's see. Yeah, if it's back. Well, you know what's funny? When I log in, it says could not log you in. But I can then go to my dashboard. I wonder if they got hacked. Well, just so you guys know, if anybody does want to donate to get the free, yeah, they're fucked. Well, hi, Tracy. Thanks for coming back. Hi, Emma. Hi, Yolanda. Um, you know, I when people buy stuff from my store, the transactions go through Stripe or PayPal. So I just tried to use this link. Hello, Ms. Fernandez. I just tried to use this link because that charges me the least amount of fees. Anyway, so tomorrow morning, if you're around about 9 o'clock or so and it's working, we will stream the Cousin Doherty run, and I will let you know how I failed her. You didn't mess it up. Rachel, I'm looking at their website, and this is thousands of 2,000 people have commented since, in some cases, 11 a.m., which I think was probably 1 p.m. or so. It looked like about 1, 2 o'clock Eastern time it started crashing. So let's go over Doherty's shopping list for tomorrow. Okay, she wants milk but no tomatoes. That's very rare, folks. She wants fresh fruit, watermelon if it's on sale. Oreo cookies, and I said, "Do you want the double stuff? Because last time I got you regular, and you said you want double stuff." Because no, I don't care because last time those ones you got me, I really enjoyed. And then she needs trash bags for her. I said, "What size?" You know, the ones for my kitchen trash can. I said, 10-gallon, and I forgot they're usually 13-gallon. Hang on, I'll go look. And she went and looked. It says 13-gallon tall kitchen bag. I said, okay. She wants double duty deodorant, not for under her arms. It's that Arm& Hammer cat shit. And then she said a chef's salad. That's the only food item she put on here. Pudding. And then if you're anywhere that has money, can you bring me some ones? She wants $10 in ones. I'll tell you right now what that's for. She gives a tip like to the guy that mows her lawn. She probably gives him $1. The guy probably shits in her basement window. No, you didn't mess anything up, Rachel. I just here's 6 new comments. Let's see. Still down in Rexburg, Idaho. Website lining finally updated. We're working on a fix. Well, that's good that they put that. It doesn't say that anywhere on this website. Let's go to support. It says nothing about. See, that's what pisses me off when these sites have a problem. They all have social media. They should put on there that, okay, a connection error, reset reason, connection failure, transport failure, media connection error, connection refused. Well, they're working on it. Nothing working in Alaska. Nothing? Or you mean just this site? Listen to how smart Alexander is. At this point, I would just recommend people to use cash like the old days until it's fixed. You're a fucking genius, Alexander. I don't carry cash with me. Can you give me $10 in ones? I said, I can probably get you 9. Okay, she said. Yeah, I doubt she goes to a strip club. Oh my God, can you imagine what's going on down there?
Maybe she works in a strip club.
You know what I fear every week? Like when I take some stuff and I put it in the fridge and I take the trash and I throw it in the trash, I fear finding a used Depends on the top. By the way, they're not called Depends. They're called Depend. So that's Darty's list tomorrow. So I'll fail her in some multitude of ways, I'm sure. Hi, Holly. Have you ever read Me Before You?
Yes.
Yes. What did you think of it, Holly?
I liked it.
She liked it. Mrs. Biggins has given her critique, Emma. So, oh, God. Hang on. I'm back, folks. I know you missed me. It's terrible when I go off screen. Do you know how old this computer chair is? 23 years old. And last week, I was sitting here. Holly was watching, and it just started going. It hasn't happened again, but she found that the funniest thing on her. I could have wound up, the bar in the center could have come through and gone up my ass and punctured me. Now she's cracking up. I just bought the rest of the books in the trilogy. Hopefully they're as good as the first. Well, damn it.
I try to stay away from sad books, though, but it was good. And the movie was good, too. I don't think he watched it with me before I watched it.
Me before you? Did it have dogs in it? I can't watch any
No,
film
it
with
had
an
no
animal
dogs
in it.
It had Khaleesi in it. It had Sam Coughlin.
That's not the one where she got his heart?
No, Sam Coughlin is like a paraplegic.
No, he's not.
In the movie, he is.
Why didn't they use a real paraplegic actor?
And then she's his
Paraplegic's just the legs?
No, he couldn't move anything.
That's a quadriplegic.
Whatever.
Well, it's an important distinction
Sorry, he couldn't
because
move from the neck down.
because a quadriplegic can still like brush their teeth, eat food, point judgmentally at you. Yolanda agrees there's enough sadness in the world. And Les said, oh my God, LMFAOOOOOO. You get the point, right?
About what? For what?
Probably about either my failing Darty or my
the
trying,
pole going up your butt?
the pole going up my. Yes! Let me tell you something.
When I was before you go into your story.
What do I say? What's my saying?
Nothing in the butt.
Nothing in the butt.
When I was at the Brigantine store, remember Richard?
Mm-hmm.
My friend Richard? He came into the scan office to sit and talk to me on his break.
In the chair.
And the chair was really high because Gina had been in it and she's short. And he's sitting there and he's just talking, and all of a sudden he just goes down and he doesn't know what's going on. He has the most confused look on his face. It was the funniest thing in the world to me.
It's terrifying when you're sitting in a chair and the
He
high.
had no idea how to lift the chair back up. He thought he broke it.
Emma says she was laughing about the pole going up your arse.
Yeah, there you go.
Save it for the new movie. Ain't nothing ever. In fact, when I had a colonoscopy, you have to do the prep, which I've talked about. It's horrible. Everything in your body exits.
I read a book where they said it was the endless waterfall.
It was. I swear I almost took a tray into the bathroom and sat my laptop on it and stayed on the toilet. I would have yelled out, well,
I was here.
could I eat dinner? I couldn't eat dinner that night. I could only eat broth or some bullshit. You get those broth cubes. And let me tell you, that shit's misleading. Because you look at a broth cube and you smell it smells good.
No, what you should have done is you should have done some of that bone broth.
That's what I got in the cubes.
No, in a container like the.
I followed the doctor's orders,
the
not
doctor's
yours.
Orders were from the 1800s. You get the bone broth; it has nothing in it but the broth from the meat cooking, but it has flavor and it's not disgusting and gritty.
Well, this wasn't gritty. It was just like water.
This would have had flavor because that's what they tell people who are nauseous all the time and they can't eat solid foods and stuff, that they tell them to drink bone broth.
Let me tell you something. Do you remember as kids Some of you might remember those little red rockets you filled with water and then you pumped the handle and then you pulled the thing and it flew in the air because the air pressure in it. That was me. Yeah, see that alien probing? No, I only have. First of all, I heard that they really don't. For guys, they really don't do the finger in the butthole anymore because there's tests that test for it. But the colonoscopy, you have to. But they put you under. And I remember my doctor complimenting me on how good my bowel prep was. Remember, you were there. They thought she was my wife. They brought her in. There I am, uncontrollably releasing air. I mean, my God, could you imagine working there? You work in the recovery room, and all these people got colonoscopies. The air, you better have a good air handler in there. How about the explosive diarrhea on the plane?
The Delta flight, yeah.
The diarrhea.
Imagine, like I said, you having that problem and being humiliated as it is, and then it becomes nationwide news.
It becomes national news that you shit yourself. Not yourself. You basically shit like everywhere.
Up and down the aisle of the plane. Sometimes when you gotta go, you gotta go. That's the point of having Imodium.
Let me tell you something. I got Dorothy on Imodium because she, oh my God, how much longer is it? It's less than 2 weeks till I have to take her to her
Tell her about the shoes.
class reunion. Yeah, I got to tell her tomorrow. Don't you wear slippery soled shoes.
You tell them about what happened last year?
I took her to get her COVID booster, and she brings out, first of all, I parked next to her curb. So the step from the curb into the car is about a quarter of an inch. But she had me put down a stool that she steps on. Well, she might as well have had me put down a block of ice because the stool's hard plastic, and she had on probably a pair of shoes that cost like $1.49. And she had a coupon for them, so they cost 99 cents. And they're plastic soled. So she steps on, her feet slip, she goes under the van, she goes, oh, help me. And I had a hold of her. And I've got experience just wrangling big ladies in the cars. Because my mother, who had the nickname the Carcass while she was alive, I used to have to toss her in the vehicle every now and then.
I picked up my father by myself, as well as my mother.
Raccoon. Oh, I get it. Raccoon. I've been watching with my friends after I recovered from COVID, and they love them too. Then, Raccoon wrote to me, Ben, I love your films. I got addicted when I got COVID and have cherished every movie. I'll make sure to pass that on to Ben. So I told Dorothy, you need sneakers with the big Velcro strap on. And I'm telling her, I said, you better wear rubber soled shoes. The big strap, that Velcro strap, don't say strap on and Darty in the same thought. My God. Because if there's a strap on involved with Darty, that means there's another person in the process.
Oh, I found out more
Loretta.
about Vor.
Vor? What about Vor? Vor was our word last night. It's about people that eat people.
No, people who
It's a fetish.
get turned on at the idea of being swallowed.
Raccoon, that's all right. I knew what you meant. Get turned on at the thought of being swallowed?
Yes.
So it's not the person that's doing it. These people fantasize?
Oh.
Oh my God.
But anyway, it's evidently very popular among the furry community.
Well, they're dressed like animals. And what do animals? What about the rabbit I found with its missing head?
I was told this in my sleep group on Facebook.
I'm telling you, Ms. Fernandez, I'm going to go buy myself a pair of them Velcro shoes, and I'm going to get one of those canes that at the bottom extends out in 4 directions. You know, the canes you can let go and they still stay standing. I'm going to get one of those walkers that has a brake on it and a seat on it, and I'm going to just start pushing myself around. It's time for a scooter. The next fundraiser is going to be for a scooter with a basket in the front. No, I gotta tell you something about, I don't know if it's my sugar or what it is, but it's something about, I get lightheaded a lot. One of these days I'm going down, and I hope it's near a stack of cans in a grocery store. Because when I go down, I want to go and say, help me, Jesus, on the way down. I just, all right. Del Green, Del Griffith. Why, Del Griffith. Remember that? Planes, Trains, and Automobiles? The Hoover round. I think if they made more powerful Roombas, the size of them, you could put a chair on it and sit on it. I mean, it would give you something to do. You could sit there as it's going around the room and it's vacuuming. So I remember the quadriplegic Sam Coughlin movie.
I didn't think I watched that with you.
I remember seeing it up there. He was kind of a bitch.
A bitch?
Yeah.
He was a quadriplegic.
A quadriplegic bitch. Planes, Trains, and Automobile, we do every Thanksgiving Eve.
We didn't do it last year.
We didn't do it last year, though, and we now have the Blu-ray. I just bought a robot Hoover, which mops too. It's incredible. Allows me to be extra lazy. I want something that'll clean a toilet. I don't know what goes on with the water around here, or water, depending on where you're from. But in 2 days of not being clean, my toilet turns into a petri dish. But what about the person with diarrhea on the United flight? I mean, you didn't know before getting on? Because I can tell you right now, if I felt the slightest tinge, I'm saying I don't care that the seatbelt sign is still on. If I don't get to the bathroom right now, this plane's going down. I always use the paper seat liners too. I haven't been on an airplane. Honest to God, I've not been on a civilian aircraft since August of 2001, a month before September 11th. I always hated flying commercially because I would say, you're in a tube here and there could be a maniac. And what the hell are you going to do? But I've been on planes since, but like when I would, for a couple of years when I was in the National Guard after that, we'd have to take military aircraft somewhere. There's always a couple people on board with a gun. Now, if one of the people with a gun went crazy, we're all fucked up. Well, somebody took a video of it and posted it.
No.
People were off the plane.
Please don't send it to me if you've seen it.
It basically looked like, look, I faked being shit on by Ben twice, all right? I don't mean a spoiler for anybody, but that was chocolate pudding. And I remember we kept testing the consistency. We should have made it thinner, though, because it hit me like a blob. It should have just splattered all over me. I hoped it hit my face, and I had to take my glasses off so you could see my eyes. But that didn't happen. It was like getting hit with a 10-pound turd, though. There wasn't enough water in it. No, Emma, I don't think they made it to the toilet. It wasn't a matter of staying at the toilet. I think they're sitting on the airplane. The airplane takes off, and they're sitting there and they go, "Oh, Lord Jesus. Jesus, help me. I gotta go." And they, because you know they didn't keep that to themselves. They just didn't go, oh. Well, they yelled, so anybody in the way got out of the way. And the flight attendant probably said, "Sir or ma'am, please be seated." And they said, "I'm telling you, you don't want that." I just am imagining being the person sitting there that they're next to when the first round let loose. Because here you are, you're sitting there in your seat, you know, and all of a sudden you're...
Stop it.
And you look and hear the person, and they're like, "Oh, Jesus, help me, Jesus." And they're going, and there it is, splattering all on the floor. Because let me tell you something. When it's splat, you know, at some point you got to walk down that floor to get out. And then there was another story about people who got on an airplane and somebody had thrown up in the seat, and they had just wiped it. They hadn't like cleaned the seat, and they told the people they had to sit there.
What about the chick they told you about with the baby in the toilet?
On an airplane?
No, in a hospital.
Yeah.
She used a public toilet, and there was blood all up and down the walls, on the floor, on the sink, and she used paper, like toilet paper, to try and wipe it up, and all she did was make it worse.
Did she save the baby?
Now she killed the baby. She put the baby in a trash bag underneath other trash bags and garbage.
That's so sad.
But I was not going to talk about that. I was talking about the fact that she did that and then walked out like nothing happened.
Did you ever see these videos online of people shitting themselves in a store? Or like the guy that came to the bottom of the escalator? Guy comes to the bottom of the escalator and a shit falls out his pant leg, a turd. The guy following him is unaware of this, steps into it, and basically does a woo, and no, that's horrible. Explosive diarrhea. So I got I had to get Dorothy on Imodium because she was having uncontrolled. She goes, "I was waiting for the county bus to go to my doctor's office, and I was at the front door about to go out, and it's a good thing I didn't go because suddenly it came on. I didn't even make it to the bathroom." I'm like, oh my God. Oh my God. Don't go changing to try and please me. I love you just the way you are. Whoa. Swear you bastards. Let's see now. I love reading the outraged comments. Update. Oh, update. September 7th, 2023. Did the dogs get their heartworm and flee? We're continuing to work on a fix for a disruption currently impacting Square services. We understand how important it is for all of our services to be running for your business. We'll be back on further updates when they come at hand. Thanks for your patience with us as we work to resolve this issue. Well, folks, if it's been down since 2 p.m. now, I don't know. I don't know. I just can't get the explosive diarrhea out of my mind now. That's why I don't fly anymore. I'll tell you what. If I'm not up for these 12-hour drives anymore, especially with 3 other people, 4. But I was the one having to stop to pee. Why'd you have to start with that bullshit? The dog. Oh, 14, you just happened to walk in here when I was talking about explosive diarrhea. We were talking about the airline incident. And didn't United ground all flights yesterday or something? Yeah, but United grounded all flights. You know what? United said, we have a computer problem. We ground all, but they probably had a mad shitter on board. A place I used to work had the mad pisser. They wouldn't put up the toilet seat. They pee all over it. Now, one of the guys went in there, and he had to sit down to do number 2. And he sat on the toilet seat, which was soaking wet with urine, slipped right onto the floor, and his feet went out under the bathroom stall door, and he came out furious. And I'm like, dude, you do not look at the seat before. I always look down to see if there's like a cobra or something in the toilet. But they eventually caught who the mad pisser was, and he thought it was funny. No, it was a guy that worked there. We didn't have any customers. He worked there, and he just used to think it was funny. He was disgusting. And he thought it was funny. And he was married. I'm thinking, I bet your wife thinks you're a regular blast at home. Unless you have 2 toilet seats. There's one all clean, and then there's one with shit and pee all over it. Oh, my God. Les thought a mad shitter, oh, my God, I'm dying, followed by approximately 100 emojis like this, head sideways, mouth wide, eyes closed, and tears. Les, what you can do is if you go to Bad Ben's shop, here, let me show you guys who are so dedicated to wanting to donate because you're freaking awesome. All right, folks, I'm going to show you here. You see this? This is Bad Ben. Now, ignore that donate. Something went wrong. Go down to Shop the Bad Ben store. Click there. And this is the link I wanted you to use that isn't working. But if you scroll down, you can go here. You can go here, here. You don't want to do these 2. You can use this or you can use this. And you just put in, if you can put in any amount, but if you want the free, look at her looking straight up in the air. There's a squirrel all the way up in the tree. You could just click here or here and put in any amount. Well, here you can put in any amount. And if you are doing the $50, well, I'll know because I'm sitting here. And I'll send you an email to get your address if I don't have it, to send you the talker. wish I could sell another one of these acknowledgments for the book. That's a lot of money, though. Somebody asked me questions about You Name the Evil Clown in our next short film, and I emailed them back and forth a bunch of times. And when he found out I wasn't in this one, he wasn't interested, which I guess I could be flattered about. But Jackson, if you're watching, the guy didn't want you. I know a lot of the ladies should want Jackson. He's the second best looking person in my films. All right, let me get rid of that. See you, Rachel. A mad shitter. Oh my God. I'm dying. Les always makes me feel so good about my comments. Ms. Fernandez asked who threw the pudding on me. Scott did. Well, Les, I told you I held on to some of the Tom Riley talkers for you folks. By the way, a lot of you should have been getting them, I'm assuming. Let me look here. For that. All right, let's look at the history here. Past 7 days. One of them to Atco, New Jersey, which is close, was delivered. All the rest of them are in transit. That ought to update tomorrow. Plus, I mailed out a bunch of them this morning and today. Oh, and Les, I haven't sent your cover yet. That'll be because I'm making Blu-rays right now. In fact, it's probably time to switch them out downstairs, right, Mrs.?
Yeah.
Why don't you come over here and talk to everybody for a minute
What?
about life? Do you trust this chair?
Yeah.
All right. I'm getting Mrs. Biggins over here. Come over here, Mrs. Biggins.
Just a minute. You got me right in the middle of doing something, dude.
I'm going to go swap out the Blu-rays. I'm making copies.
See if they want to go down with you. He wants to go out, and I don't.
All right, I'll see. Stand by for the Biggins. Come on, Archer. We'll go out.
Archie, you can't just do me a favor this one time. Hang on, I'll be there in a minute. One favor. All right. As I said earlier, oh my God, this chair just has a mind of its own. Right now, it's slightly better, but earlier it felt like the ball sack of Satan out here was so hot and sticky. And this bitch does not do well with hot weather. Anyway, hi, hello, how are you? Anybody have any questions for me? Or am I just going to sit here like a doofus and just stare until he comes back? I was trying to finish my one section of my pattern before I stop for the day, but it doesn't look like...
Archer did not come out.
Thank you so much for your help.
I tried.
You could get him to physically go outside.
What, drag him by his tail?
I've done it. You get behind him.
Oh my God, look at the spider down here. It's gigantic. I can't take a picture because my phone's up there.
What was the book you mentioned yesterday? You were reading the horror book. It's called No Way I Die First. No Way I Died First by Lisa Stringer. It's like sort of a YA thing where this woman who's obsessed with horror movies has a big Halloween party because she wants to start a podcast, and she invites all of these really popular people, like these social media influencers and stuff. And of course, bad things happen, and her guests start dying off one by one. It's really good. It's not a perfect book. I'm not a big fan of YA, but I thought it was a cool concept, and I'm enjoying it. It's like really, it's enjoyable. It's fun. It's a fun read. I'm also reading. There's a book called Ranger, which was free on Amazon, and it was not so loosely based on Spencer Reid from Criminal Minds, and I was suggested that I read it, and it's very cute. Clint says he just read the original Dracula by Bram Stoker. Yeah, that was one of my favorite books when I was in school. I had to write a paper on it, and I really, really liked it. I'm not huge on classics, I will admit, but that was a good one. I enjoyed that. I'm not sure what else I've been reading. I was reading a Hermione fan fiction.
Picture this spider.
Oh, don't fall down, please. You're going to make me go all the way downstairs with you, aren't you, Archer? After he just had you down there and you would not go out. All right. Hi, Tiffany. Yeah, I don't know exactly what happened. I don't know when it happened. Hi, Sable. Hi, Sable. Hi. Okay. You need doing her kangaroo moves. Stop. Hey. I don't know exactly when it happened, but Archer will now only go out unless he absolutely has to go out. 99% of the time he will only go out if I take him. And most of the time I go downstairs with him, he doesn't actually even do anything. He just stands by the door. He'll go outside and stand at the door and stare at me. So,
all right. I'm down here with you.
Jesus, I thought I did something wrong and you were going to scream at me.
Let me see how do I flip this fucking camera? Hang on. Oops.
I won.
All right. Well, can you see that?
Yes. It's not that big.
Look at the size of my hand. Oh, did you see the fucking thing jump?
Wants to eat you.
How do I spin that camera around?
Wanted to read The Villain's Assistant. I have not heard of that, Yolanda. Emma Sable, I'm sure Nigel has said this a million times, but Sable will just sit out. It doesn't matter how hot it is. She will sit outside. She has been good the last week. She's been coming inside for breaks when it's really humid out, but she just loves the sun. She loves the heat. What are you doing? What are you doing?
Oh, fuck it. I'm coming back, baby. I'm coming back.
Don't threaten me with a good time.
Watch your mouth.
Alaskan Malamute, wow. He's coming back, so I guess I'm being ceremoniously shafted over there, but that's okay. You're here to see him. And I don't really have anything else to talk about, so it's good that he's coming back. And I have to take him out because we don't need our own like exploding diarrhea situation with the animal. He's just taking his time, you know. All right, enjoy your pattern. I hope it's something fun. Yeah, he showed a picture of it earlier. I'll yeah, Clint, the dogs are the same. We have the back deck, so she sits out on the back deck, but they're inside the rest
Stay
of the
where you
time.
are. Give me my glass. I'll fill it. Stay. They love you.
When he comes back, I'll have him show you the pattern I'm working on again. I finished the arch, the complete arch. I'm just working in the corner. There's a little something, and then on the inside, it's going to be all red. And I'm tired of the black thread right now. So, and as big as that is, it's not even 2% of the pattern. It's going to be massive. Oh my God! He doesn't pay me for shit. What are you talking about? Not a dime. What?
There's a spider in the kitchen.
No, there isn't.
All right, I'm on it.
There was a spider in the bathroom the other day.
I had a spider in my bathtub.
It was a little baby one, though.
Well, you know, you never know. Because a baby tarantula looks like a huge spider. Tarantulas actually aren't spiders.
What are they?
I don't know. Maybe they are. They're spiders, dipshit, she said. That's it. And she just smacked me right on my ass, folks.
Did you give her something to eat?
Art, huh?
Did you give them something to eat?
Yeah, pretzel.
I didn't know. I saw her chewing.
Plant ours are on the inside. Dogs, too. Although she will go out and lay in the sun. Excuse me for talking with my mouth full, but I'm a freaking pig. Oh, stop.
If I bring this over for you to show, will you show it?
I showed it on here.
What I've done.
Yeah, bring it over.
In a minute when I'm done with this.
Was that necessary?
Yes, it was.
Yes, I'll show it. Emma said, hopefully I'm paying you for this. I made her buy me a phone case today.
Yes. Tell them the story with the screen protectors.
I showed you last week how I shattered my screen protector while finishing Bad Barbie. We dropped the phone and the screen protector shattered, which is why you want a screen protector, because it's not the phone shattering. Come on.
What happened?
Sable jumped up. So we had like a spare screen protector around. Two. And she put it on and it had a piece of dust under it. And I said, you're fucking killing me. So we put on a second one and it had a bubble too. So then we ordered this one that had it was cheap. It was on sale. Had the guide that you stick the phone in and you peel the thing off. And I had 2 bubbles. So then she said she'd do it, and I'd say, do it.
I did mine, and what?
Hers is perfect. She does mine, and it's got a bubble.
Only when you put the case in.
And like right now, if I showed it to you, no bubbles because the case isn't on it. The case was so tight, an OtterBox, that it causes it to flex and bubbles go under it. So I can't have that. So anyway, I threw out the case. I now got the equivalent of a greased phone in my hand because the thing's so slippery. And she ordered a case for me that will be here Saturday. She says in her cousin Darty voice, take it to Verizon and they'll put it on. Have you seen some of these people working at Verizon?
That was completely unnecessary. I did not sound like Dorothy when I said that.
You sounded worse. You said, do it! Any expected time for restoration, people are asking.
Good thing it didn't happen last weekend. Holiday weekend.
Well, this weekend, at least at the shore, a lot of people come down too because the weather's going to be like very hot, like me. Still can't sign in. I smoke Quorum because they're cheap, like me. Are you bringing that over here? The suspense is killing people. Now, this is what, approximately 1/12 of the pattern?
This is less than, well, it's almost exactly 2%.
2%? So it's 98 times bigger than that? That's a lie.
No, it isn't.
That's an exaggeration.
I will show you my pattern. It tells you, it follows along how much you completed. Oh, bitch.
Quorum or fine. Here she comes, everyone. Here comes Mrs. Biggins, everyone. She's carrying stuff with her. Now, this here is where she's at. Now, let's get this.
Get what?
Oh, are you going to show the whole image?
I was going to show you. Yeah, I'm going to show you the whole image. This is the whole image.
They can't see that. Try hold. Is that block that's in black? is where she's at.
That's what I've done so far. That is a total of 2,196 stitches, 2.1%.
Here, give me the thing. I'll do it. Give me a mark. Give me a Sharpie. I'll get this thing done in an hour.
There are 104,773 stitches.
And you did how many?
Basically 2,200 stitches.
Out of
104,000.
wow. To be good for everyone. Looks so pretty. Great job. Wow, that's fantastic. Looks good. That's cool. Oh, nice.
Thank you.
Somebody wrote, go F yourself.
Oh, nice.
No, they didn't. I apologize, everyone. Yolanda says she can't wait to see the end result. Ms. Fernandez says it looks so difficult. You have the patience of a saint. I have the patience of a saint, people. Now you'll see behind me, walking here, Mrs. Biggins, and Archer, who would not go out for me, will now go with her. Watch, you'll see her, and he's right at her side. Watch. Oh, there goes Sable. But look at Archer. He will only go with her. I was just talking to Jackson and Dracula for tomorrow's shoot. Squatch said, what up, dog? What up, Chicago? What up? We were having a nice conversation about explosive diarrhea, cousin Doherty, colonoscopies. You never know what you're going to find in here. And don't try to make a donation because the link is down. Although those of you watching this on replay should be able to. Standard conversation topics. Oh, it's back up. It's back up, my people. Oh, I'm not doing that. Yes, it's back up. going to make a change real quick to the website. I'm not going to do it there, though. Hang on. Hold on, folks. You know what? That was wrong. Forget I even said that. Well, the donation link is back up. Copy link. Let me just try something here real quick. All right. It's back up and running. What the hell did I almost see out the corner of my eye there?
What are you talking about?
You.
What about it?
Did you stumble?
No, it's probably.
All right. Kyle Carmody, where the hell have you been? And Emma says, does Holly have social media? She should share her creations. She does. She has Facebook. She has Instagram, multiple accounts.
Colorful Crafting Holly on Instagram.
Colorful Crafting Holly on Instagram.
One word.
One word. So it's Colorful Crafting Holly. I don't know, Clint. I'd have to look at the wrapper. What I do is I unwrap them all, I put them in a humidor, and I pre-poke a hole in them with a jeweler screwdriver like this, so that I don't bite the tip off. That's disgusting. If you cut them, they fall apart in your mouth. So, what? The hell did you say? And then I keep a couple in packages in case I have to hit the road with like Mike. The voice of Morgan Freeman is done by Josh Robert Thompson. He was the voice of Jeff, the robot sidekick, on the skeleton robot sidekick on the Craig Ferguson show. He also does voices for Family Guy. He's awesome. He's going to be a guest on one of our evening broadcasts.
Did you hear about Jimmy Fallon?
No.
14 people have claimed toxic working environment on the show.
That doesn't surprise me. He's an alcoholic, isn't he?
Raging alcoholics, allegedly for educational purposes only.
I cannot verify that. I've heard it. All right, Emma, you should have seen your Instagram followers go up by one.
Tropical Storm Lee.
Did he do Kevin Spacey? Yes. He was Kevin Spacey, Jeff Goldblum. He was the fake Morgan Freeman. He was the voice of the sheriff and the deputy at the end of Pandemic. Tropical Storm Lee is now Hurricane Lee.
Not yet, but it's going to be.
It was a category, they said, oh, I don't, why do I even try? Clint's going to follow you also on Instagram.
Okay.
I have an Instagram, but many of you probably follow me already because I'm so exciting.
They're putting up a Chipotle across from the Acme Cape May Courthouse. Isn't that exciting?
We're on the old corner.
Where a mattress firm used to be.
Oh, it's in the same plaza. That's a good place. That's where they still have an Arby's.
It's such big news that it made a big article that I got a notification for.
Have we had Chipotle?
Yes,
How many times?
twice. Their burritos are very small, but they're very good.
At Nigel Bach. Les tries to avoid social media like it's the plague. Too toxic. Oh, Les, you're so right.
If it wasn't for social media, I never would have found sleep tokens.
But Howie said if it wasn't for social media, she never would have found Venus's dong. Vessel's dong.
Sleep Token is the band.
Sleep Token is the band.
I saw you roll your eyes.
That's because the lighting over here is so bright.
It's your fucking eyeballs. I saw your eyeballs. You're gonna give yourself a migraine.
I'll let everybody see my baby blues.
What color are my eyes?
Blue, green, yellow, and slanted sideways like a cat. Squatch says he was banned from Twitter a while ago. He was apparently stoned, and he said something about, I don't know what he said. What'd you do, Squatch? I know it wasn't show a nude because they're all over Twitter. Actually, have you tried back now that it's X? You might have your account back.
He was married to Jude Phillips.
Who?
Danny Masterson.
Danny Masterson. Did you hear about that? He got sentenced to 30 years in jail for rape. He was the guy from that 70s show.
And he's married to Bijou Phillips.
And he's married to Bijou Phillips. We will eventually have Bad Ben show up. Yes, Clint, 30 years for rape. Look, I believe in rehabilitation, but when it comes to stuff like sexual assault, specifically pedophiles, child molestation, you should be locked up for life.
Well, he got 2 15-year to life sentences to be served concurrently, so
So he'll probably be out in 10 years.
he'll probably be out.
He'll probably be out in 5 years. You know what? They shouldn't give him an ankle bracelet. They should give him a cock ring.
They were very violent.
What?
The
Well, is there a nonviolent rape?
You know what I mean? Like specifically, like
Smacking the people
now
around?
with like sadomasochist shit.
Oh, God. I don't want to know more. Isn't he a Scientologist? Yeah, I don't know.
Yes, he is. What I said, they pretty much threw him to the wolves. They gave him up as a lost cause.
Emma, I blocked you on X. What did you do wrong?
How could you block her?
Let me tell you something. I blocked very few people, so you had to do something wrong. Because I don't accidentally block people. I can't remember the last time I blocked someone.
And he also drugged them.
He what?
He drugged both.
He drugged both. Oh, God. I have, well, I used to always brag that I've only blocked less than 10 people. Now it's probably up to about 50 because a couple people got silly. Adding at me, that's not why you got blocked, Emma. I don't know. But you're not blocked here, so behave yourself.
Leah Remini was in the courthouse.
Leah Remini was in the courthouse. She's trying to get another 15 minutes of fame. I'm so tired of hearing her complain about Scientology because you know what? There's just like drug addicts. There's a time when you never took a drug, and there's a time when you were not a part of Scientology.
Unless you were born into it.
Was she born into it?
Her mother joined when she was like a very young child.
Oh, well, that is, I can see happening. Did they ever find his wife?
Now they don't know where he is either.
Oh, God. Who runs it? Tom Cruise?
Probably because he's wanted for a whole bunch of different charges, like money laundering and stuff. Severe weather warnings posted in New Jersey.
For what?
Rain and thunderstorms.
When?
Tonight and tomorrow.
What time tonight?
After 3 p.m. Thursday through 4 p.m. Friday, up to 60 to 70 mile an hour winds. I don't think that must not be from here.
Well, look at the local.
I am. Friday evening, strong thunderstorms may develop as well.
Well, that's because the heat. I'm surprised the past 2 days we haven't had thunderstorms.
Local doesn't say anything about it. Just cloudy conditions. Winds gusting up to 25.
Well, look at the radar map and see if you see anything to the west of us, because I'll stay online.
It's north.
It's north, so we're not getting it.
There's some popping up to the west of us, but I don't think it's going to do anything. They're getting hammered north.
Squatch got banned because he said he didn't want to take the COVID vaccine. He already had COVID and it was fine.
What do you think from eggs?
Yeah, from when it was Twitter. Me, on the other hand, what I say, I'll take that vaccine every week.
What if they want to shove it up your butthole?
If they want to give me the shot, my butthole or my ass cheek?
No, your butthole.
No. Nothing in the butt. One. What does that mean? Text screen, game over.
What did you write?
Juan is a frequent visitor to the room, and every so often, I don't know if he has Tourette's. I'm not making fun of anybody with Tourette's, by the way.
Game over is like the tagline of the song.
For Saul, Are you going to kill me? Clint says I should create the cult of Bad Ben, a 501c tax exemption. We'll have services weekly in the basement. Sable and Archer will come down, climb on top of everybody. Liz says she's down to being a cult. You guys are a cult already, the Benites.
If something is like blacked out on a picture, there's no way to like get that off to see what it says.
You mean like redacted? No, not normally. Not if it's embedded, which most people, like if somebody were to post a photo that was a PSD,
Yeah.
like past the dot in the name, if it's JPEG or TIFF or PNG, no, it's embedded. But if it were like PSD, you could.
It's just a picture where somebody like blocked out the name. I just was curious. Oh, here's a cross stitch you could give to Doherty.
What is it, a butt?
No, it says, hey, why don't you just go ahead and die already?
Doherty, by the way, folks, in 6 days is 88 years old. I started this girl. Look at me when I talk with a tiny mouth, Holly.
Ass face? You ass face?
I started delivering groceries to Doherty when she was 85. Two nights in a row. Ronnie, I mailed your Tom Riley talker today. Who was that?
Hey,
All right, folks, I'm shutting down here at 8 p.m. Just so you know. Thank you, Ronnie, for being you. And here I am with Tiny Mouth. That should be a character in an upcoming Bad Ben film. Teeny Tiny Mouth. I want to start conditioning myself to stay up later and get up later. One of my stories has been accepted by Catalyst Game Labs for the magazine. Well, you'll have to let us know when it's out. And we'll share the link. Les asks, so Nigel, your stream title is Nigel After Dinner. So, what do you have for dinner? What do we have for dinner?
pasta.
I had a spaghetti sandwich. We had pasta and garlic bread. And you know, I told you this. I like to make spaghetti sandwiches. Oh, God, I eat 4 o'clock every day, sometimes earlier. Don't get me started. I don't normally eat lunch. I don't normally eat breakfast, but this morning I had a pumpkin spice donut and I had a hash brown. And I took 3 Egg McMuffins. What the fuck happened to the price of Egg McMuffins? I took them to my people at the front end at Walmart. It can't still be the price of eggs because haven't they come down?
No,
think they have.
They haven't.
Oh, you told me last week they were on sale. ShopRite. I went in there and they weren't.
Because it was the wrong ad.
Hey, Juan, what is it? Alcohol or pot? Thank you, Gookie Blaylock. Mookie, sorry. Mookie Blaylock. Bro, just watched Bad Men for the first time last night. It was super good. Juan, why are you just writing Juan? I'm trying to figure out, like, you're, if I go back and I look at your comments, text green, game over. Juan. All right. You're forgiven. So tonight I'll be hitting the sack early because tomorrow I gotta see Cousin Doherty, and then we gotta shoot a basement scene for a bit. Huh? 2 p.m. You heard me earlier. Oh God. I probably got my DVDs are done too.
Here, I want you to look at this before you sign up.
Bring it over here.
No, I already sent it to you.
My phone's over there. God. Something of a phenomenon. Something of a phenomenon. White line. This says when your humans have plans at 7 p.m., but you've got some diarrhea planned for 6:30. We've had our share of dog diarrhea here. We've gone through 3 different carpet cleaners with these animals. All right, folks. Well, I'm going to hop off here for tonight. If you're around tomorrow morning, about 9 a.m., probably 8:45, I'll go live on the way to Cousin Doherty so you can keep up and see how I fail her. And then I'll be on tomorrow afternoon. We're filming part of the Dracula situation, and then we'll take it from there. So I will say at this point, see ya, love ya, bye.